set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, it's Haskins. This ball caught by his tight end, Wilson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Washington Redskins first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check. Crunch.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
He's checking.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the... Ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. 4th down, here's Haskins. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Again, Geis. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They run with Geis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be taken very short. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater flush to his right. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. To throw again on 2nd down, Haskins. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
A 7-yard loss brings up
right there, 54 miles.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins, he finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, That's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And it brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down and 4, Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday they'll press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And he completes it to Wilson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Open man is Howard, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come... out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And the Washington Redskins, first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Right here, right here.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
They go play action with Haskins. Complete to Hilton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Keep it up, guys.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Mike 56, Mike, come on. Come on, D. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Panthers.
Now Gordon on first down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. And Thomas has it. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Check 99, check 99.
Now Gordon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Let him know, let him know. Back. 49, check 49, check 49. Let's go. Out.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out, or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds Howard complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Here's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch the edge.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Room to run past midfield. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Haskins now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. To try again after the sack. Haskins, he gets it in the hands of Geis. Call it a pickup of 7, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
It's hauled in by Wilson, 6'4" tight end. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Caleb Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up the lead. You think you got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 17-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw is Bridgewater. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Throwing again on second down. Haskins. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Now Haskins on first down. And the catch made by Hilton. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Haskins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, it's Haskins. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. So here are the Redskins now, an important 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40, 30, 10, 5. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there by Gordon. And even 70 yards on the pickup. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's first and 5.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins, he's going to air one. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown. Washington. O.J. Howard, 84 yards, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken short.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
I'm here all day. Take 4, take 4. Okay. Go. 50 seconds to Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
They'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A gain there of 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
56, right there, 56. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Switch. Check.
He's back to throw. He gets it to Thomas. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Bridgewater steps away to his left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here's Bridgewater. He finds Roberts, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Bridgewater to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here I come again. Under 10. 10.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
And the Panthers first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now the first throw in overtime for Bridgewater. And Thomas has it. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this is caught. He hits more. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Panthers, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.